Hi everyone, welcome to Conceptual Thinkers Talk Primary Maths Concept with Teacher Ben. So today the question of the day will be PSLE Math 2022 Paper 1 Question 30. Okay, so this question we cannot use our calculator. So let's start. Let's start with interpreting the question. So there are 9 red and some blue bits in the box. After some red bits were added, okay, we don't know what is the quantity added, but we do know that the fraction of the blue bits was 2 over 5. Now, after 56 yellow bits added, now the fraction of the blue bits became 2 over 9. So what was the number of red bits added? Okay, so first thing is I noticed that the fraction of the blue bits changed, right? But the quantity of the blue bits doesn't change. So with this, I know that this question is actually testing me on a repeated identity concept. Okay, now the reason is because the blue bits doesn't change in terms of the quantity, and it's just that the fraction changed. Another thing you take note is the numerator of the fraction also didn't change. So that is actually a key thing that we have to take note later when we solve the question. So let's start to implement the step. Now I do know that after adding some red bits, so the fraction change to, for the blue will be 2/5, right? So let's draw the model out for visual purpose. So I'm going to draw the cut it into total parts. I cut the parts into 5, so I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. And out of these 5 parts, right, 2 of them will be blue. So this will be blue. Then the remaining has to be red, right? So let's show that this is red. Now the next thing that we know is for the yellow bits, right, when we have 56 yellow bits added, now the fraction of the blue bits became 2 over 9. Now you notice that it's still 2 units, so nothing changed to blue, but you notice that the denominator changed to 9. Now currently we have only 5, so what I do is I'm going to add another 4 more. Okay, so this means that it has to be yellow, right? So this yellow will be 56. So what I did was I take 9 minus away 5 to notice that there will be an increase of 4 units for yellow, because yellow actually added in. So these 4 units will be actually linked with my 56. So 1 unit, right, will be 56 divided by 4. So I'm going to get 14. So this will be 14. Okay, now the question is asking for the number of red bits added. So next I'm going to find what is the value of 3 units. So 3 units will be 14 times 3. So let me do the calculation because this is a paper 1 question. So 3 times 4 will give me 12. So 1 times 3 will give me 3 plus 1 will be 42. So that will give me 42. Now, in order to find the number of red bits added, what I do is I take the number of red bits in the end, I minus away the number of red bits at first. So I'm going to take 42 minus away 9. So this will give me 33. Okay, so take 42 minus away 9. So I'm going to borrow. So this will give me 33. Okay, so this will be the answer for this question. So let's do some check. So I'm going to do some check to test whether the answer makes sense. Okay, so since I have the value of 1 unit, so next thing is I'm going to test what is the value of my blue, right? So let's look at blue. So blue will be 2 units. So to find 2 units, I will just take 14 times 2. So this will give me 28. Okay, so red at first. Okay, red at first is 9. So red in the end will be 42. So red in terms of 3 units will be 42. If I add these 2 up, right, so if I take 28 plus 42, so this will give me 70. Now I'm trying to test whether I will get 2/5 when it comes to the fraction of blue before we added the yellow bits. So we know that blue will be 28 So if I 28 divided by 70, so let me see whether I can simplify and get 2/5. So I can divide by 7. So that will give me 4/10. And notice that it's still I can still simplify, so they can write 2. So this will give me 2/5. Now you notice that this 2/5 match with the fraction of blue here. Okay, so this means that my answer will be correct. So this is how I actually implement my step and also inspect my solution. Now you also need to check whether you have read the question correctly and you are answering to the question, whether you make any transfer error or not, and whether you actually do the calculation correctly. So all these things are very important when you do your inspection after you get your answer. So with this, don't forget to follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Conceptual Thinkers, and also follow us on our Facebook page, Conceptual Thinkers Mathematics and English Hub. Okay, feel free to share any question and any comments that you have for the question, and we will do our best to get back to you. This is the end of the video. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.